This is Lord Assure here, and I know some people are having some trouble with the exhibition quest, so I did a whole bunch of trials, and I think I've probably done like at least 60 tries with this exhibition quest to find you a comp that works decently. So here's the comp that I found after searching, and I'm gonna break down what you have to do as you do this. So let's get this started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to basically get all the buffs on Eresh. And while Eresh is on the field, you want to either get Merlin's NP to 100%, or you want to lower Jean's hit points. So hopefully Waver will last more than one turn. If he dies the first turn, you should restart the battle. So we've got Eresh Buster cards up. So what we want to do is first activate Merlin's NP. And then we're going to follow up with some Buster cards on Jean. We do want to lower Jean's HP, but not too low. We don't want to break her bar just yet. But do some good damage on her first off. Alright, so there goes Waver. So in should come Nero. She's gonna activate Ox Demon King. And what you want to do is activate all of Nero's and Merlin's buffs onto Eresh, including the invulnerability. Alright, now that you've done that, switch out Eresh for Atalanta. And you want to activate Atalanta's Evade, so that none of them get killed during this process. And then go and do some attacks on Taiga, so that you can take off Jean's damage resistance. Alright, now we're going to be focusing on Jean. We're just going to use the NPs, but make sure one face card hits Jean so that she can activate her buff. And when her buff is activated, her NP is going to do massive damage, enough to clear out these servants, and then we'll have Eresh come right in. So we're using Atalanta so that she can do some decent damage to Nobu and some damage to Jean, while generating a ludicrous amount of stars, so we can get Eresh crit chains rolling. So everyone's gonna die from Jean's NP at this point. Alright, so there goes everybody. And Eresh will come in, and she'll be the only one on field. So get her NP to 100% with the battery, and then activate Blessing of Kerr. That will provide her some defensive buffs and NP gain buffs. Focus on Tiger with the NP Buster Arts Chain. This NP should be able to kill everyone and break their first bar. And Eresh's Arts card should be able to fill up to 100% with all the NP generation buffs. There you go. And yes, Taiga does have her buff, and she's about to fire NP. but that's fine because Eresh still has her invulnerability on. So she's gonna do no damage at this point. So the servants are always gonna do their Noble Phantasm. So this is somewhat predictable in that regard. Alright, so now we're gonna use our attack buff. And then we're gonna do the same thing again. We are gonna use our Buster Arch Chain. And first off, never attack Nobu directly unless you are gonna kill her, because she gets really strong and she can absolutely destroy one of your units when she's buffed. Alright, so by doing this, she should have enough NP. And also, since Nobu does not have her buffs on, her NP is going to do extremely low damage. So it's going to do virtually nothing, as you can see right there. As long as the servant doesn't have their buffs on, their NP does absolutely nothing. Alright, so at this point, we are going to try to buy ourselves a little bit of time. First off, we're probably gonna be activating the invulnerability so that Eresh can live a little bit longer and make her guts last a bit more. And then we're gonna change our focus to Jean. I'm just contemplating this part here, trying to figure out which is better. I mean, Jean or Taiga, but I think we need to hit Tiger a little bit more because we want to do an arts crit if possible. If you are hitting Jean, Eresh arts will do virtually no damage and you will barely gain any NP from it. So I decided to switch to Tiger instead. Alright, so there we go. Now at this point, they're going to activate their evades and invuls, and both of them have 2-hit protection. So we have a guts. So what we're going to do is we want to hit Jean, but we don't want to kill her, because we want Jean's field buff to activate and overwrite Taiga's. So I'm doing a double buster and an arts chain. The reason is that her buster hits will be negated, and her arts hit will do almost no damage. So we want Jean to be alive, so she can activate her buff and override Taiga's. Alright, so with that, we will have our guts activating. This will be our final turn. So as long as you have only one servant and guts activates, they will stop attacking you after you trigger your guts. So now we're doing our NP and we're doing a full buster chain. We're targeting Tiger this time because Jean no longer has her protection. Even with the damage resistance, this NP will kill her. Alright, so her NP will take off 1 hit from the evade from Taiga. And now her evade is gone. Alright. And there you go. So you're gonna require a couple of trial and errors, but if you have this comp and you follow this, you should eventually defeat it. Alright. And there we go. So this is the composition that I used. I put a maximally broken demonic bodhisattva on Merlin because I want to use his overcharge. His overcharge will let him go from 5 stars per turn to 15, which is very important for getting Eresh crit chains. And then we want Waver to die within 2 turns. Much would be preferable if he dies on the 2nd turn. If he dies on turn 1, it kind of messes with this whole thing. So if he does die on turn 1, you kind of want to just restart the comp rather than wasting your time trying to go through this and most likely failing to do so. And as you can see, I put Ox Demon King on Narrow so that would buff Ereshkigal's damage for 3 turns. And then we swap Ereskigal with Adelante once she gets all the buffs up, and Adelante will basically do some damage on Nobu and Jean and generate the stars that Ereshkigal needs on the next turn. And follow through that, and you should be able to do this. Granted, there is going to be some trial and error, but I've done numerous different compositions, and I found that this is probably the most reliable and consistent. Sure, you can do some souls as well, but that requires a lot of luck, and you're going to end up relying on like 50%, 30% crits, and we all know that crits are not the most reliable if it's less than 100%. Alright then, thank you for watching, and hopefully this will help you complete the 4th exhibition quest. And if you're close, but you need to use some command spells, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it. So, good luck, and enjoy farming this event.